So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to give this presentation here. And I miss you all guys all very much, including Miguel Carlos and all these guys, close friends in Spain. Buenos días and para los amigos de España and para los chinos, 对于中国的这个听众来讲是晚上好啊。I would like to share some research opportunities in my university related to sports performance analysis. And it's just very, very brief introduction to my research line, to my university, and to my faculty. And at last, I'm offering some opportunities and surprise for you. And so firstly, I would like to introduce very briefly my university, not like Trey. He has a lot of data there. My university is named South China Normal University, which is in the very south of China, which is in Guangzhou. We used to have got we got very good football team here. Actually, we've got several football teams in this province, and my university is founded in the year of 1933, and it focuses on the formation of teachers. So. I think 80% of the teachers in the primary schools and in the middle schools of Guangdong is from my university. So that's basically the basic information of my university. And then I'd like to introduce my faculty. That's the School of Physical Education and Sports Science. We ranked the third of the sports science in China for 2 years, in the year of 2022 and in the year of 2021. You know, we are just a school of faculty with teachers with a total number of, I think it's 140 teachers, and we are competing with Shanghai Sports University and Beijing Sports University, and they are a university. They've got thousands of teachers and tens of thousands of students, and we've got only 140 teachers and maybe 800 or 10 or 1,000 students. So that's very tough for us. And that's the information of my faculty and my university. And then I'd like to share my research lines. And firstly, my first research line is the high-level sports performance. So basically, I focus on football. I'm acting as the technical staff of a member of technical staff of the Chinese Chinese Super League of football. So I can get access to the data of Chinese Super League provided by the Amisco system, and that's thanks to I need to thank to Chan Jin, who invited me there. So we've got a lot of data from the Chinese Football Association, but surprisingly, I found that I only published 2 papers in English using the data of Chinese soccer. The first one is to identify the key performance indicators related to winning the CSL, and the second one is publishing with Chan Jin, identifying the effects of situational variables and the environmental, like the PM 2.5 and the humidity and the temperature on the performance of soccer teams in China. And we published that. Actually, I think I published maybe 10 or 15 papers in Chinese. You know, I need to the students in China are not good in English, so they're facing difficulties in English, in publishing in English. So we read several papers in Chinese, and I think, as I remembered, like 10 or 12 students are using the data of CSL to do their master's thesis. And we are also using some public access data sources to write some papers, like the FIFA World Cup. We've published 3 papers related to the FIFA World Cup 2018 using the data, publicly accessed data from the official website of FIFA. And we're not a university like BSU or SUS, Beijing Sports University or Shanghai Sports University. They've got plenty of equipment, plenty of data sources, so we can just we can just do some research based on some open access data. And then we are also using the open access data of the European Champions League and the some major European leagues to do some research. And the Chinese Super League is not at among the best level of the world, so it's easier. Maybe it's easier to publish using the elite soccer leagues. And I'm also cooperating with a Polish team, a Polish research group, and with Paul Shimura, and he can get access to the Bundesliga, get access to the data of Bundesliga, and so we published several papers with the data of Bundesliga. And I used to work with an English guy whose name is Michael Jamie, and he has the data from Opta of the Champion League of England, so that's sub-elite football league. This is the publications or the research I'm doing, or my research group are doing, cooperating with others related to football, we name it high-level football performance. And we are also using some open access data, once again, of the basketball, like female basketball, and like tennis, working with Cui. And these are basically the research lines, the recent research I'm doing in high-level sports performance. Being in a university, a local university, and with limited resource in high-level sports, it's very difficult to conduct some high-level research projects using first-hand collected data. So I'm surviving in the research area using this data. And the second research line, it's the electronic performance tracking system, or name it, sometimes we use the video and analyzing systems. Electronic performance tracking system, we bought Catapult S5 here. We've got 20 units here, and the Protein Square system, and several other electronic tracking systems. But we are facing the problem is that we cannot get good subjects. We can get how can we get access to test the elite players, especially soccer players? Actually, we don't have. So it's very important, just like Carlos said, it's very important to keep a close relationship with the practitioners, like coaches and the players. But it's very, very difficult here in China. So basically, I'm just doing some validation and the reliability testing of the electronic tracking systems. It all starts with the cooperation with Opta Sports Data, which I'm working. I really missed that time. I worked with Miguel and working with the staff of Opta, OPTA, company of Spain. And I have also validated the Catapult S5 system, but it's published in Chinese. I published several papers after returning to China. I published almost most of my papers in Chinese. So validation and the reliability tests of different electronic tracking systems or videos analyzing systems is one of my research lines. And concerning when we come to the application, the actual application of using electronic tracking performance, tracking systems to track the performance or the training or the match performance of players, I've just got the experience of two applications. The first one is actually these two are working with Polish guys. I spent 6 months in Poland, so I've got a good relationship with some Polish guys too, some Polish group. The first one is to using the GPIs to track the small static game performance of a Polish semi-professional team, and then in the training, and then there is the other Polish guy, the research group, they are using GPIs in the actual official match play of the youth soccer players. And I'm working with one of the best Chinese Super League teams, which is Shandong Lunan. Their academy, the football academy, the youth players are wearing the GPIs. So I'm using that data to publish several papers in Chinese. So basically using the electronic performance tracking system, we have these systems, but we can hardly find very good subjects, and we can hardly get the first-hand data. So this is a second research line. And the third research line, and which will mostly be my main research line in the future, is the effects of sports participation. The first study we published concerning this is the left one, that is the effects of physical exercise or physical activity on the psychological aspects of the college students. Like if we're investigating if there is influence of physical participation on the internet addiction and social anxiety of college students. And we're also using the GPIs to test the physical and the physiological responses of college students when participating in volleyball, football, and basketball. And in the future, I think we will focus on the effects of soccer participation on the psychological and the physical performance or physical aspects of youth players, because we've got a center here named, which name it's, I think it's School of South China School of Football Research Center. So we are going to do more research in that field. And that's the research lines I'm offering here. So if you want to cooperate with me or with us, you can contact me. And if you want to join us, if you've already got a PhD degree, we are offering plenty, and I mean plenty, we've got enough vacancies anytime if you want. Got plenty of vacancies of postdoctoral positions, and as a postdoctor positions, you can get more like 30 euros a year before tax, and you can get a 2-year contract. But if you are good enough and you are you meet the requirements of our talented youth scholar or even elite youth scholar, this need to be evaluated by the review community, the academic committee of our function in the university. You can get a maximum 42,000 per year before tax. So you're welcome at any time. If you want to join us for a master's or PhD degree, I think if you are applying that from Spain or any other countries in Europe or out of China, you can apply for the China Scholarship Council, that's CSC scholarship, and they will offer you maybe, I think it's more like 1,000 euros per month for funding you to do your master's or your PhD research here. And for the Chinese students, if you want to do the PhD, you need to apply in another way. Okay, so if you want to join us, no matter if you are Chinese or Spanish or any other country, or from any other country, you can get this offer, and we are welcoming at any time, and we have plenty of positions, and I promise you. So basically, that's the research opportunities I'm offering here. So thank you very much, and if you have any question, please feel free to ask, and you can send any your questions to my email as well.